Guys, we went to PAX and we went to the Yacht Club!
Let's go!
We were in the club like 50 Cent.
Really?
And we got to play some Shovel Knight stuff.
Yes, sir.
Ugh.
King of Cards is the first thing that we went hands-on with.
Yes, and the platforming segment, there's two different parts to King of Cards. One part is platforming, like you're used to, and the other part is a card game, and we're going to talk a little bit of both.
Yes, and I played King of Cards last year. I think I gave
That's
impressions on that, but it was a handheld Switch. This was so much nicer on a big old TV with a Pro controller. So, what did you think of this new campaign mode?
I thought it was a lot of fun. For those of you guys who don't know, maybe you've been living under a rock and haven't played Shovel Knight, go and buy Shovel Knight Treasure Trove and you will get this game eventually.
Yeah, Treasure Trove just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, in the meantime, play through the other 3 campaigns that are already out and are fully fleshed games.
Yep.
3... Okay, you're going to eventually be getting 6 games, essentially, for the price of 1 if you get Shovel Knight. And they're all good. Well, 5 of them are going to be good. We're going to talk about the one that's maybe not going to be so good maybe right now.
The card game?
Yeah.
Because that is a mode of this game.
It's a mode of this game, but it's like its own thing. I mean, there's the platforming segment and then there's the cards.
Yep.
But the platforming is fun. You dash into stuff and then you get spinning, and the spinning is the big motion mechanic that you have to get used to, kind of like with Spectre Knight's gliding along and his air dashes.
Yep.
It's
Aquarius fun. On Mixer.
Hey,
Thanks.
we have Mixer Peeps. I said Mixer and we got Mixer Peeps.
You spoke them into existence.
I did.
Welcome to the crew, sir. All right.
The card game. It's fleshed out. Like, it is. It looks complete.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like something that's like, I'm going to want to play the game because of the card game. Like, the card game itself is not exciting.
I know, and it's kind of even more like a board game than a card game.
Yeah.
It is a card game in the sense that you have a hand. So maybe
and your own deck.
Yes. So maybe to express that, it'd be kind of like Rummy Cube, where it's a board game with pieces, but you have a hand to pick from of stuff.
Kind of like Scrabble. Like Scrabble or Rummy Cube or Dominoes even.
Yep.
Obviously with different rules.
But the developer compared it to Tic-Tac-Toe. It's all about placement and filling up the square. The game's over when the whole board is filled up. So, yeah, it's pretty good. But I mean, it's just a free diversion. I think what we really want to talk about is Shovel Knight Showdown.
Yes. Actually, I do want to talk about, real quick, the fleshed outness of the card game is in the options of creating your own deck. There's arrows, like your cards have different arrows, and you can build your own deck. And one of the things in the menu is you can see how many of each arrow you have in all of your cards of your whole deck. And so you're like, I have all right arrows and no left arrows, or I have, my deck seems to be unbalanced, or I want to make my deck balanced this specific way. And it's just really cool that they put that in there so that you can see it at a glance. You don't have to count. It's all right there for you. Now let's get into this amazing thing that you're watching right now.
Nope, not even yet.
Not even yet?
Yellow Kazoo says card game is more like an add-on. Yeah, it's like a mode of a game. And if you have Treasure Trove, King of Cards is like a mode of that game. But you can also buy King of Cards alone for $10, and it will come with the card game.
Yo, dog, I heard you like games, so we put a game in your game so you can game while you game.
You don't have to play the card game to beat the game if you don't want to.
Yes. It is not required as a playthrough. So you can just play through the platforming section without playing a card game at once. This is Smash Bros. This is really cool. I'm Plague Knight, by the way. Scott is the Golden Armor.
Yep.
And one of the developers is Shield Knight.
Yeah, and I've always wanted an 8-bit Smash Bros. Of course, this isn't technically 8-bit.
No.
It's an 8-bit art style. but of course it's running a lot more complicated stuff. The goal is to get gems, but I noticed you're also scored on
how many kills you get.
Kills and gems. So,
yep. Yeah. You have 4 health. You go into an invincible state once you get hit, and you just try and beat everybody else. I just happened to win. I was Plague Knight. There's my winning thing. I didn't die. I didn't go, ugh.
I like how you are so skilled at PAX. I mean, just...
I was winning some games. Yeah, I didn't win every game, but I did pretty well. This is a demo build. Not all the characters were playable, but...
Yeah, I like Black Knight. He's such a cool person.
He was good. Yeah. Polar Knight is also good.
Oh, Polar Knight is like full size. It's not like Smash Bros. Where they make everybody average.
He's huge. I think that somebody plays Polar Knight here, and it's pretty crazy. But this was so much fun. You'll get to see how ginormous he is here. What can I say other than it was just so fun?
The developer was very excited that we got to show a sudden death on our video.
Yes, he wanted you guys to see the sudden death. Mm-hmm. We got pins from that booth. We got like 4 pins a piece at least.
Yeah.
They were like, take all the pins you want. It's the last day of PAX.
So I gotta say that the Yacht Club booth was probably the best booth at PAX. It was so nicely decorated and detailed. It was enclosed with amazing art everywhere. And it was like you died and went to Shovel Knight heaven.
It was.
There were plushies and amiibo.
Talk about the cards. Not K.O.s cards.
Yes.
Actual playing cards.
I was so close to spending money at PAX because they had Shovel Knight playing cards, which were beautifully rendered in like
gorgeous.
3-color art style. So it's like the blue and red, kind of like you'd see in one of those like Democrat Hope posters or something.
Oh, I thought you were going to say those things where you need the 3D glasses.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, question though.
Yeah.
I looked and saw the beauty of the cards. Was like the quality of the card, was it like nice or was it...
Yeah, the reps were nice. It took out a set of cards for me to hold and feel, and they're official bicycle cards.
Bro!
I know!
Bro, why did you not buy that? You were like...
I was like, I have to call my wife and see if I have any allowance left. But he's like, here, just take this. You can get it from Fangamer online. You can just buy it later. I was like, okay, cool. Okay. So, yeah. And then you could see the amiibo that aren't out yet. You could see the official box that is coming to Switch that's not out yet for another 7 months or something like that. And speaking of release dates, that's when everything comes out. It's April 9th, I think, if I remember right. It's definitely early April, and that's when King of Cards comes out and Showdown, which completes the package, and that's why they're putting it in a physical package.
Here they're showing off team mode. There's team battles, which is cool. I want to say, you talked about Mario Party, you put it on your wish list. I have Treasure Trove, but it's for 3DS, so it's not going to come with this game because this only supports in-person multiplayer.
Yeah.
And by the way, we do know that Rivals of Aether exist. I have not yet played it. It looks cool, but this looks great. I mean, and Shovel Knight's in Rivals of Aether. All this cool party game, fighting game genre, blasting off again is great.
Aether?
Earther. I'm not sure how it's exactly pronounced. But what I was going to say was I think I'm going to have to get this game on Switch. Just this game by itself, the Showdown.
Yeah, Showdown is a game.
By itself.
Yes.
Get it. Get good at it. Play it with your friends. Get friends if you don't have them.
If you have any questions, let us know. It might be a little confusing how Shovel Knight is packaged and all that.
We have a video on that.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if it includes this. Does it include this? I might have to redo the video because they added a mode.
I know.
We're going to have to do a whole new how does Shovel Knight do its thing.
And the controls are pretty simple. You do have blocks, which I didn't really find out until afterwards.
I didn't really even use them when I knew about them. I probably should have. I didn't do so hot the second group of times I was playing.
Yep. Everybody can get sub-weapons as well. So, the crazy throwing items that you get in Shovel Knight. I found that high ground seems to be important because most people have a down air, so to speak.
Yeah. Yep. Especially Shovel Knight, Black Knight, and Golden Armor as well, and Fobbin, Giant Snow Shovel Man.
Okay, so the character's name is actually Golden Armor.
Not Gold Armor?
No.
Oh, Golden Armor?
I'm just asking because to me it sounded like the developer was like, oh, I forgot the name of our character, Gold Armor.
Nope, it's actually the name of the character.
That's
Gold
funny.
Armor. Because if you win, it says Gold Armor won.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I guess they're not an actual character that you would normally play as. It's an enemy typically. So
there's the end of that match. So look forward to Shovel Knight Treasure Trove expanding once again. And we did get a lot of time speaking with the developers, and they said they are spending a lot of time on King of Cards, not making it just another run through the same levels, kind of like Plague Knight's campaign was said to be.
Right.
But it's like more from scratch. So that's great. Congratulations, Yacht Club, to having my favorite booth of the year. And one of the easiest games to get hands-on time with.
There's like no lines ever. I didn't have to wait in a line. We came back to the booth later. I was going to say we came back twice, but we just came back to the booth later. And there's still no lines. Went at the beginning of the day, went at the end of the day.
Yep.
Got to play as much as we wanted. Sit there, talk to the developers as much as we wanted.
Don't sleep on Shovel Knight.
Sleeper hit, guys. I know the game is out, but the game's not out, people.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the crew.
Don't forget to like this video. Give us a thumbs up. Everyone helps.
See you guys next time.
Signing out.